Hey guys, it's Pokedude here with Misaki, and welcome back to Fate Ataraxia. I did try to do the Hanafuda thing again off stream, but I lost to Shinji, and that game is such BS. Alright, anyway, last time we were about to start the training camp. Wait, wasn't tomorrow... Lying on my bed, I remember a certain promise. If everything goes as planned, starting tomorrow at the Ryudo Temple. I thought we had a camp. I didn't agree to this.
That one's fun.
And I already titled the stream Training Camp, so we gotta do it.
Okay.
That's right, wasn't there supposed to be a camp tomorrow? I jump out of my bed. It's pretty spontaneous, but seeing as I was there during all the planning, it's not like I have any choice but to participate. I should hurry up and prepare. Let's see. First of all, 2 days worth of clothes to change into. I hurriedly begin reorganizing luggage. Night passes by quickly. At sunrise, the long-awaited day will begin. The mountain path that connects to the Ryudo Temple. The colored leaves have already been carefully collected, a sign of the last bit of the morning passing by. It's the first day of training camp. Once I climb to the top, in a piece of everyday life, a small festivity will start. There's still some time left before we meet up. Although I did plan to go there early and help with things.
No, I should not feel alone. You will be absent for a mere 2 nights, will you not? Please do not worry and leave it to me.
No, it's not that. I just want you to tag along, Saber.
And I must refrain. It is a gathering with your friends and classmates. I would not have much to help you with either.
So you'll think it'll just be a bother?
Bother. Would be a little too harsh of expression, but... I probably will cause discomfort for your classmates. To care for someone outside of the circle in such a circumstance can only be a burden.
It's nothing like that. No one thinks of you as an outsider. Besides, these friends aren't that close to begin with. To be frank, they're enemies. They're foes, but if I say that carelessly, someone like Makidera will end up being cut in half in the blink of an eye. No, what I mean is you don't need to worry too much about them. They're all nice people. They just came out of the blue, and the participants are sparse. And I've already told Makidera that I'd ask for anyone else I know to join.
That may be so, but... what should I be doing while the others are practicing and training?
Tosaka, she didn't tell her about it, did she? Who do we get involved in such... Why do we get involved in such stupid events? It isn't just a training camp this time. It's a combined camp between the archery and track and field clubs. Moreover, truthfully, we'd like you out on stage as well. Although, that's Tosaka's suggestion.
What? On the stage? Me?
Right, this event is practice for the performance we need to prepare for the cultural festival. It's no wonder Saber's so surprised. Devil knows how I got into this mess.
Are you serious, Shiro?
I don't want to force it on you, but I'd be really happy if you would. I'm saying this as a former archery club member.
You seem to be enjoying this, Shiro.
Sorry, I won't say I'm not expecting anything.
I appreciate your honesty. Have a nice trip.
Hey!
And please do not worry about my meals. Sushi, pizza, tempura with rice, anything delivered will do.
Hey, that's too much, Saber. Her tone leaves no room for argument, and so, without even the slightest reprieve, she threw me out. I don't want to come back from the stay and find the stacks of takeout containers and bowls towering in the entranceway. Now I'm remembering Fake Grand Carnival where Sarah was in the audience with a bunch of meals.
Delicious.
I suppose there is Fujine. I'm sure she'll come check up on her in the evening. I'm not worried about the house getting robbed or anything, but I do have a bad feeling about this. Good morning. I meet Kuzuki-sensei on the way to the large room. Morning.
Welcome, Amiya-kun.
Castor also greets me with a smile, peering around his shoulder. But if you look closely, there's no kindness in her eyes. She's giving me exactly the same look one would give a trespasser or a cockroach. From her perspective, I'm just the fiend who's ruining her long-awaited weekend alone with Kuzuki-sensei. Hurry, there are already a few in the large hall. Well, thank you for having us here for these 2 days. Right.
Will you be going out, Soichiro-sama?
No, I have nothing in particular to do. Although Reikon did request a game of Go with me.
Is that so?
Is there something you need?
I want to look for some winter clothing soon, but it's mostly my own shopping, so...
You must need someone to help you carry them. I will tell Reikon I'll be coming in late.
Yes, I'll be ready in just a second.
As Kuzuki-sensei nods, Castor returns hurriedly to her room. Well then, since you are staying overnight, I suppose we will be meeting again. We exchange a light farewell. No matter where he is, at school or at home, he emits a constant aura of alertness. Castor's newlywed play still creeps me out. Morning, sorry I'm late. Oh, Emiya? Morning. Come on, you're late, Emiya.
Good morning, senpai.
What is that? Mitsuzuri is rolling on the floor in the middle of the room. You sure look happy, Mitsuzuri.
Of course I am. It really pays to be at a rich temple. Look at this tatami. It's brand new. Wouldn't you, as a Japanese person, want to roll around on it? I'm so envious. I bet Isi's already rolled on it yesterday.
Nonsense. Not some panda at the zoo.
Okay, that's fine then. Let's enjoy it while he can't. Tomato, let's do it together. It's so refreshing. I'm okay. Mitsuzuri-senpai. This is a temple, you know.
I was going to say, interesting design on her pants having zippers on the front like that.
Just in case her thighs get hot. The overwhelming smell of grass. This party room should be claimed by our archery club.
Plop, thud. It's only morning and Mitsuzuri is in perfect form already. Mitsuzuri, it is as Mato-kun has said. This is neither a party nor a place for banquet. To be precise, this is a lecture hall. The hall where the 8 scrolls of the Lotus Sutra are read. It is a place to study Buddhist virtues, that is, a place dedicated to learning. Even during a training camp, you must remain solemn.
Oh, come on. Backflip with your legs apart.
Sakura seems troubled, but at the same time impressed by how flexible Mitsuzuri is. Emiya, I beg you, do something about this raging panda. Let her have her fun. We did it a lot ourselves too, you know. And just when did we do that? You were the one who made a hole in the door, but I got in trouble too, remember? What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Whoa, it's huge! Is this the legendary 1000-mat tatami room? Maki-chan? Oh, yeah! Diving front row. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Makidera swims in the sea of tatami, a front roll twist followed by a splendid backflip.
Maki-chan, no! She's the type who just has to swim in an open-air hot spring. It wasn't exactly unexpected.
Issei pokes my shoulder. Emiya, are we going to make it through this? This lasts for 2 days. I'm very worried. No, actually, I'm terrified. Yeah, it's not something we can just laugh off. I'm definitely going to get in trouble by association again. Both of us have plenty of cause for worry. Makidera belly flops in the middle of the room, flips over, and looks up triumphantly.
Did you see it? Rob Van Dam's anterior cruciate ligament snapping moonsault.
I don't know who Rod Van Dam is. I'm assuming a gymnast of some sort, though. Her arms crossed. Mitsuzuri looks on coldly. Just when did she...
Mitsuzuri? Huh. To think that you go nuts over something so trivial. I've been looked down upon.
By none other...
And by none other than her.
I want to speak out. I want to reveal the fact that only moments ago, this haughty person standing over here was doing the very same.
I suppose it can't be helped. I hear a repressed childhood does things to a person. Arg, so rude. I've always been like this. Makinoji, we can't support you. So why don't you just stop now? Okay.
Alright, everyone. Enough with the tomfoolery. Is this everyone? Then I'll call for my brother. There's something he needs to tell you about first. No, Tosaka isn't here yet. Tosaka's no problem. Wait just a moment. Issei disappears from the hall. I'm the only guy left. Issei, it seems you're losing your cool. I suppose that's understandable, seeing as this place is crawling with females. What worries me more is that this MF ratio does not even bother me anymore.
Senpai,
Sakura, did you hear anything from Tosaka? She suggested the idea, and now she's late.
I think she stayed up all night yesterday.
All night? Like, trawling through the library, looking for material and things? I thought she went back to her ghost mansion early.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm kind of tired too, actually.
Mitsuzuri seemed to force out a yawn. You guys all didn't sleep?
Yeah, it came to her house too. That anaconda of a fax.
I think that's a typo. I think she meant fox. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. This is some kind of pun, I think, that didn't get translated properly. Fax? When did she buy something like that? Truly a gigantic waste, like pearls before swine, or a sailor uniform on Fujine.
I received it last night. late at night,
Oh.
Tosaka-san's script.
Okay, now I understand
She
what I
asked
meant.
me to skim over it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. She faxed them a message. It was she called it an anaconda because of how long it was. Okay. Man, I haven't thought about fax in a long time. Script? I thought she said she was just going to find a suitable play. When did she manage to write her own?
It didn't come to your house, Emiya-kun?
My house? No, we don't have a fax machine. Most people don't have a fax machine. I feel like even back then that was relatively rare, but
Then you must have slept soundly.
although Sayagusa says it with a smile, her eyes are bloodshot. No, they're not quite up to Castor's level of cynicism, but well, I can guarantee the total lack of evil design behind those eyes. They're scary enough in their own right.
I wish she had sent it starting from page 1. Then we could have at least read it in order.
It was middle one.
What, it came in last page first? No wonder I thought it was difficult to follow.
Well, not sure.
I'm not sure what would made a difference. It came to our house too. Well, in my case, it was an endless stream of blank pages. To fax them the wrong page. That's Tosaka, alright. A white anaconda stalking the streets of Fuyuki at night. She sent it again, but by the time it arrived, the sun was almost up.
I can see Tosaka in front of a brand new fax machine, first timidly pushing the buttons, then yelling at the poor thing as her temper builds up.
I did see an email would be fine.
Would have taken at least 3 times as long that way.
Do not underestimate her. It'd be at least 5 times. I think it'd be impossible to begin with. Hane-chan, you're last then. Did you even sleep? It was a complete all-nighter. I could faint right now. But your expression's the same as ever.
Mizuri pouts while on the phone. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. Hold on a sec. I've got a raid here. Someone named Araxis. Hey there, raiders. Thanks for showing up. Yeah. Do you know an Araxis, Misaki? Because I'm not sure I know who this is.
Yes, hey Ara.
Oh, that's just one of your friends. Yeah, hey guys, I'm Pokedo900. I'm one of Misaki's friends. We're going through we're going through Fate Hall Ataraxia right now, the sequel to Fate's Day Night.
And it's time for the training arc.
Yep.
She's not answering her phone. Could she be asleep? What? Should we go get her, just in case?
No, Ryder's here too.
What? You, wow!
Awesome. Zuri just did a backdash, her feet never leaving the ground.
I'm sorry, Mitsuzuri-senpai. I could never get the chance to introduce you. Oh, you're here, Ryder?
You're here, Ryder?
When did you get here, Ryder-san?
Her eyebrows twitching, she's readying herself like Ultraman before some extraterrestrial monster.
I've always been here with Sakura, but you must not have noticed. Lies, you're lying. Are you hiding? That was one irresistibly attractive backflip. Oh my, flirting already.
Yep.
You were watching?
She must have been in her spirit form.
Ryder-san, who would that be? Are you Makidera-senpai? I'll introduce you to her at a later time. Ryder, could you take care of Tosaka-senpai for now? Understood.
Ryder suddenly turns toward me as if to seek my approval. Yes, please, Ryder. We can't continue without Tosaka.
Of course, I do not mind that, but...
What is it?
Should I not call Saber as well? I thought she might come with you too, senpai.
Well, that's what I hoped, but she refused.
Eh? Then she's left the house all by herself tonight?
That she is.
What? Bring her over. That pretty girl. You can't let her be alone.
You just say what's ever on your mind, Mitsuzuri. You've always been like that.
But you know, wouldn't she be on the archery club side?
So that's what you need her for.
Ooh, what? A helper? Come on. I mean, come on.
It must feel great to not have to have a care in the world, Makidera.
I'm here too, Ayako.
Mitsuzuri's hair stands on end as she quickly jumps away in retreat again.
Thank you. But you mustn't sneak up on people from behind. This is a secret hall.
This is a great follow-up to you doing Ryder's side story in Fate Extell last night, Misaki.
Yup.
Sure sounds like the kind of thing Issei would say if he were here weeping. Well, the archery club aside, Ryder, could you say something to Saber again, please? Sorry for the trouble.
Yes, I shall see what I can do. I will be back soon.
Phew, good thing Ryder's here.
Maybe so, but...
Sakura mutters as she watches the relieved Mitsuzuri collapse onto the tatami. Thanks for waiting. I see you are all here. Issei returns in Ryder's stead, with a man wearing a black robe in tow. Broad shoulders and stout back, this person is none other than Issei's older brother, and also the temple's current head of monk. Good morning. Good morning. The group gathers naturally and composes itself to greet him, the side effect of belonging to an athletic club. Everyone wakes up anew. Well, what a greeting. That is excellent. I am the person in charge while the temple master is away. My name is Raycon Zero and Stargazing. Being a graduate of Homerahara, I suppose I am also an old boy to you. Raycon looks over at Mitsuzuri. We both nod lightly. I heard that there will be an archery and track and field club members. Is this everyone? If this were school, Issei would probably speak up on everyone's behalf, but that doesn't seem to be happening here. And so I answer in his place. I'm sorry, but there's still one missing. It looks like there will also be a few participants that aren't students. Oh ho! So there'll be more, I see. Please do tell me about it later. I won't discriminate against delinquents. Very well, I will first tell you about this temple. Please relay the relevant information to those who arrive later. The stand-in monk tells us about the Ryudo Temple and the relationship Homarahara has with it. Get a little echo from you again, Misaki.
Oh.
His crisp voice rings through the large hall. Usually there are quite a few young trainees living at the temple, but as of recently, together with the head monk, they have left to visit a certain sacred mountain. If they come back alive, that would be great. If not, this temple's usually vast grounds will be available for the Homarahara students to lay claim to. This is definitely a win-win situation. I can't tell where his jokes end, but you sure can't be bored listening to him. Please utilize this hall and the sleeping quarters as you see fit. Needless to say, the quarters are divided by gender. But I heard that you would be practicing for a play? Splendid. It would be great if a famous actor or actress comes out of this training session at Ryudo Temple. Our charms and talismans will be selling like hotcakes. Everyone shakes their heads ardently. Mitsuzuri alone, her finger on her chin, is listening with a serious expression.
And when that happens, we will, of course, be collecting royalties. Eh? I see. Then me too.
It's just a joke. He doesn't have any charms or talismans. No, Issei. I do believe Caster-san would be able to make 100 or 2 of them in no time. Well, we'll leave that for later. For this occasion, I shall overlook anyone staying up late. In return, I'd like to request that you take a bit of time cleaning the hall and the road leading to the back of the temple, today and tomorrow. Consider it volunteering. Miyakun and Mitsuzuri-san will know exactly what to do, so please follow their lead. As I mentioned, you can use these rooms as you see fit. You're all free to wander around elsewhere if you so desire. However, the building in the west where Issei's, myself, and others' rooms are located is the head monk's residence. Particularly the innermost room. It is a love nest of the Kuzuki couple, so unless you have an urgent matter to attend to, I highly recommend you keep out. Why is it always the west wing that's forbidden? Else I cannot guarantee your safety. And so, with those final words of encouragement, Reikon-san leaves and our entire group bids farewell the same as it greeted him. It's over without incident. Why are you so tense, Issei? Reikon-san is just being his normal self. Of course, as you just saw, he is a man with a strong presence. If I'm ever to become a calm and collected person, I would be like Soichiro. If I am to be laid back and broad-minded, then Reikon is my model. On this I swear. To Issei, Reikon-san is a teacher before a brother. That's that, but has Tosaka not arrived still?
Let's try it one more time.
Mitsuzuri takes out her cell phone again. Hey, no calls in the temple halls.
Hey, no one funny jokes either.
You fool, why would it be a joke? Not that you would be able to tell one in the first place. Oh wait, is that her line? I guess this will do. The back of the Ryudo Temple didn't have much trash to clean up. Most of the work was moving around rocks or sweeping and moving the leaves to the compost pile. Having done my part, I call out to Sakura and Mitsuzuri and walk down the mountain path. Just before we reach the gate, I hear the track and field club members. Well, mostly Makidera, from behind the brick wall. They were given the taste of cleaning up around the temple, but it seems like they're arguing about something. The one they're arguing with is Tosaka?
I'm apologizing. Nope, unforgivable. I must take this rare chance, and it's not school, so you don't have to act all ladylike. Apologize in your normal way, and the way you are when you go shopping with us and stuff. What a bother, so energetic this early in the morning. Will it appease you if I do all the cleaning tomorrow?
What's going on?
Morning.
When I speak up, Tosaka shrinks her shoulders. Must be her nonchalant attitude coupled with the fact that having overslept this much that has anchored Makidera. But right as I'm about to step in, Makidera speaks the unthinkable.
The cleaning doesn't matter. Huh? No, that's really not true, Maki-chan. Okay. If it's not about me being late, why are you mad?
Makidera, calmed down by Sayagusa only moments ago, lights up in an instant.
Hey! You still don't know? Stop being loud, Makinoji. Ooh, I can't stay quiet about this.
Makidera slaps her hand with what looks like a thick roll of fax paper. That must be the legendary script.
This. What do you mean I'm supposed to play the monkey? What the hell's that, huh?
Monkey. Oh, so it's the play it's the play she's riled up about?
That? But Makidera-san, don't you think you'll be able to do an excellent job as a monkey? Bro, what could you possibly mean? Yeah, okay, yes, very good. What? Cleared up with one try? Yep, I approve. As the best actor for the role, Makidera-san has my full support. Ooh, thanks. No, that's not it at all. Just who do you think you are, Tosaka? The director.
Smiling, she immediately takes out her glasses, the absolute ruling elite.
For real? You won't win like this. Even the classics like Godzilla or Devilman can go to hell if the director takes the wrong turn. No. Makidera-senpai? It's not final yet, although I did ask her to come up with a script. Right, there could be another candidate for the director's spot. Oh? I do believe it's already my position.
Tosaka doesn't even flinch. I do wonder where her confidence comes from.
I'm the dog. How about you, Kane-chan?
Okay, I guess they're doing Momotaro if there's a monkey and a dog.
Yep, sounds like it.
Yep.
Peasant. I have no complaints about my role. However, it does make me somewhat uneasy not knowing how the plot is going to unfold.
Let's see. Dog, monkey, and pheasant. Only one story comes to mind. So what what she had said to everyone was the script from Momotaro? Not nearly unique enough for Tosaka's tastes. Well, anyway, we can't linger here all day. If we're done with the cleaning, we should gather the tools and go to the main hall. We can continue there.
There's more help coming soon. They're with Ryudo-kun at the moment.
Tosaka? You brought Saber? I blurted out in a happy voice unintentionally.
Yes, well, there's also that.
What do you mean? Red lets out a malicious chuckle, a demonic laugh with a demonic intent, coming from the devil herself.
It actually turned out quite funny.
Her already evil aura multiplies in an instant. Whatever could she mean by they, as in more than one, and funny? How? There's some magic on Tosaka's part. The building is full of all too familiar faces. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I think if they're gonna like mix things up, like for some reason Wizard of Oz sprung to mind, just because of Saber Lion.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Sakura and I stand speechless. Lancer is exchanging familiar greetings with Mitsuzuri and the track and field team members.
Ah, the red Michan.
The ever sneering Archer is greeted by Makidera and the others. What a spectacle!
I remember the cat. Oh, you all somehow know each other? That's unexpected. Well, it does cut down on the introductions then.
The scripts are passed out, and we have an excuse for an introduction and casting meeting. Not that I'm doubting Saber-san and the others, but isn't it a little meaningless to have them perform?
It doesn't matter. If it's just us, we'd have 2 roles per person. And besides, the main characters are still Homuhara students. If they can help us as extras, our play can only get better.
Mitsuzuri, who likes festivities, agrees with Tosaka, and the conversation moves on.
Huh? Is that so? So the main character... I can be it, right?
And the one who really likes festivities, Makidera, raises her voice enthusiastically about changing roles. This was the process of the monkey evolving into the main character, the story of what future generations would call the Makidera Rebellion. Well, the roles now all taken from Tosaka's freshly finished script, the cultural festival practice begins in earnest. An orthodox fairy tale reenacted by the Union of the Track and Field and Archery Clubs. An ancient story that everyone has heard at least once. Okay, maybe it's just Momotaro then.
I like how she brought her sword.
Yeah. And the shrine music's playing too.
Let us see. 10 years have passed since Momotaro and his 3 comrades ended their quest to defeat the monsters. He had been living peacefully with his grandma and grandpa until one day, voices of the monsters, through long thought dead, full of resentment, reached him once more. Having heard the rumors of the monsters being resurrected on the demon island in the middle of the sea, Momotaro rises up to the challenge, wasting not a second on hesitation. Of course, we cannot forget the grandma's homemade millet dumplings that he carries on his belt. Whenever he takes a bite, a nostalgic taste fills his mouth, and the image of his brave comrades warms his chest. What could they be doing now, after having parted ways? They are, at this very moment. But first, before embarking on the journey, Momotaro seeks 3 or 4 companions to follow him on his quest. Thus begins the adventures of the 5 Taros. Hear ye, those that are far and those that are near. If you're near, come and see it with your own eyes. I am Momotaro of Kibi, from the land of the rising sun. You monsters of the Demon Island.
By the way, they decided to translate it, but I'm pretty sure they're referring to Onigashima.
Have you not learned your lesson, coming back from hell with insolence? No matter what wicked arts or witchcraft you may use, I, Momotaro, will destroy it all and bring an end to the Demon Island once and for all. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa! Well, high morale is good and all, but I can't do it alone, so... So lonely. Ah, how I miss you, dog, monkey, pheasant. I wonder what you guys are doing now.
If it isn't the famous Momotaro Dono gracing me with his presence, I'm delighted and honored to be able to finally meet you. I am the... Wait, what? I'm the bear of Mount Ashigara. I have a message from my master, Kuma. Oh.
Kuma everywhere.
Dear respected Momotaro Dono, I presume that you have already heard and felt the return of the Demon Island. The unrest of the capital grows stronger, night by night. Strange events are taking place. Without a doubt, the forces of darkness have taken hold. The yin energy emanating from the island must be countered. 5 Taros must therefore be assembled and head to defeat the evil. I shall humbly wait for you at the capital. Kintaro of Mount Ashigara. That is all, Kuma.
Gather 5 Taros. I see, Bear. You are the messenger of Kintaro.
Precisely, Kuma. Then I shall wait at the capital. I pray you hurry, Kuma.
Yeah, I'll be there soon. Please give my regards to Kintaro. I am definitely not a human. I am the child of a dragon. A dragon? So those horns are dragon horns? Ah. Wrong. The white dragon of the mountain is my father. The rhino dragon of the lake is my mother. I am Kotaro the dragon of the dragons. Ooh, Kotaro of the dragons? Are you a Taro too?
Right, by the way, Kintaro is another name for Kentoki, so early reference to him.
Then you're not with the monsters? The monsters who harm the village people are my enemies. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize on my knees. I apologize on my knees, just like this. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So, Momotaro was unexpectedly able to recruit Kotaro of the Dragons as a companion on his journey. They went on, but they still could find no trace of the dog, monkey, or the pheasant. Momotaro, frustrated and impatient, insisted that he will rush the Demon Island by himself, or face an honorable death trying. But the composed Kotaro of the Dragons was able to calm him in the end.
Halt! That is no enemy of yours.
I am Momotaro of Kibi, a warrior that conquered the Demon Island, and even had the honor of an audience with the Emperor himself.
Although nothing ever came of any of that.
Hold your tongue. Not the dog. Dog. So the gatekeeper was a dog. Right. It's a dog. Dog.
Dog, shut up already.
Ta-da, ta-da. Taro is a good boy, la la. Can we not do something about this musical part? Grumble, grumble. My name is 3-year Sleeping Taro of Shinano. My hibernation is long over, currently. I live with a beautiful wife, and I'd like you to think of me as one of the imperial court servants. Hey, Momotaro, the dog is not your servant anymore. And to think that you would show your brazen face in the capital. The Emperor is angry. The revival of the monsters is not Momotaro Dono's fault. But we must resolve all doubt. For the monsters to revive after they were destroyed. The rumors that their defeat was a scam set up to receive the Emperor's reward were circulating since the very beginning. Right now is not the time to fight each other. You may be born to different parents, but aren't you all the same Taro blood? All together now. Oh gosh, I'm guessing it's another singing part she puts in. King Taro with a big axe. Riding on a bear, like on a horse.
Da-da, da-dee-da.
Doody-da.
Yeah.
Hiya.
Oh. Momotaro Dono, are you out of your mind, Kuma? To swing your sword around like that.
What were you trying to slash Kintaro? I shall hold him down, so please go on with the explanation.
Yes. Oh, wait.
Yes. It is as the astrologer Abeno Seimei foretold in his divination.
I wasn't expecting him to get referenced.
A star of ill omen is rising in the northeast. Northeast? That's where the Demon Island lies. Correct, Momotaro-san. If I may summarize, Seimei is saying that this unprecedented uprising of evil from the Demon Island is bound to descend upon our country before long. As you may know, the evil force is already starting to take hold in the remote regions that are lacking astrologer and Buddhist priest attention. I have witnessed with my very own eyes the trembling of the charm that seals the head of the great daemon, Shutendoji. The Tsuchigumo grave in Mount Katsuragi was also no different. These are dreadful times. Should they come back to life, even the capital will not escape unharmed. Great calamity has befallen the land of the rising sun. And so, the 4 Taros, Momotaro, Kotaro the dragons, Kintaro, and the 3-year sleeping Taro, together with their servants, united for the moment and began their search for the last Taro, the Urashima Taro. Ah. So hungry.
Oh, new background. Since my turn isn't coming up anytime soon, I sneak out of the practice hall and hurry towards the kitchen. I have a dinner for 15 waiting to be prepared there.
Once again. Eh? You by yourself, Emion?
Neko-san. What a surprise. I was sure it was Reikon-san coming to check up on us. Never expected to see this person at the temple. By chance, are you the one dropping off our provisions?
Yeah, I do get paid though. Hoi, this goes into the refrigerator and this to the freezer. This place has a ridiculously large fridge, so you can keep on stuffing things inside.
Yes, thanks. Yes, yep. Alright. I suppose it is only natural for a hardcore part-time worker that my body starts moving by itself at Neko-san's orders.
Good, right there. Okay. Two boxes left. Here, Emiya-san. This is the car key. Sorry, I have no time either. The night shift at Copenhagen starts soon.
Now that you mention it, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah. The customers will just leave if we only have one person there. Well, it does make things easier for me. But whatever. And I also have to talk to Rei-kun. I mean, the stand-in head monk.
Stand-in head monk. That must be Reikon-san. Seems like Neko-san knows him already. The key to the minivan, right?
Right, it's parked at the bottom. You can bring the heavy stuff like vegetables and rice yourself. 2 cardboard boxes should be two trips max. And should I build the archery club?
I'll get it myself this time.
Okay.
Neko-san. I stop her once again, even though she's been carrying heavy boxes up that flight of stairs. Her steps are still as light as ever. Thank you very much. You've been a big help.
No problem.
Neko-san gestures back without turning. She's a good person. Yeah.
Oh gosh, walking up those stairs with groceries each time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
The autumn sun sinks like a rock to the bottom of a pond, and without any streetlights nearby, Rito Temple sinks into darkness moments later. The kitchen starts filling up with all sorts of appetizing smells. Creaking floorboards inform me of Saber's arrival.
Shiro?
Just hold on for 10 more minutes.
I haven't said anything yet. Although, I must admit that the smell is whetting my appetite greatly indeed.
Sorry. I'm the one who's hungry, really. Really, to get so nervous over just that.
You did well. Everyone's taking turns going to the bath, but most of them should be done by now.
We see. Good. The timing worked out well. Oh, wait, oops. Oh. That's that. Thanks a lot to you, Saber. You did great. Saber shakes her head.
Compared to others, I have not done much at all. Is there something I could possibly help you with?
Thanks, then. Well, there's not much left, actually. If anything, it's being able to chat like this that would help. Alright, can I ask you to take care of serving, then? There's a big bowl of salad in the middle of the shelf in the fridge. Take that and divide it up for everyone.
Understood. Will there be 1 plate per person?
We'll need around 10. There are wooden plates on those shelves somewhere. It'll be sort of like a big family meal, so we'll get them to divide it all up themselves.
I see. That I am familiar with.
There are no tongs, so Saber uses cooking chopsticks to quickly toss the salad. Her chopsticks still have... Her chopstick skills have improved vastly. I sneak a peek at her from the side. Could it be because of this rare festival night? I heard it's dropping out of control, just like the first time we met.
Shiro?
Yeah? Oops. I hurriedly turn my eyes back to what I'm doing.
I was wondering if I should say this, but...
What is it?
I have never gone to school like you, Shiro. Yet today, I was still able to meet a few of your classmates.
Aren't they interesting people?
Yes. Issei, whom I have known from before, and... Ayako, Yukika, Kane, and then Makiji. Oh no, it was Kaede, was it not?
Yeah. They're all very lively people. Oh, so. Muttering to herself, she repeats every name once again, as if to inscribe them in her mind.
Thank you, Shiro.
And it is my name she mutters last. Well, I didn't do anything.
No, it was all thanks to you. There were not many times where I could just sit around and laugh with such a great number of others like this.
If you put it like that, then I should be saying thanks to you, too. For helping out the cultural festival practice, of course, but I'm also glad that you simply cheered up and came with us.
I was inexcusably cold this morning. I am ashamed of myself. But
A bitter smile on her lips, Saber shrugs her small shoulders.
I still have not gotten used to acting. I admit, I still wish someone would switch places with me right this instant.
The hallway is getting noisy. Is it Makidara again? Tired of waiting, they'll probably invade soon. Great, I'll get them to help set the table.
Miya is still so young.
I definitely cannot approve of peeping, Neko-kun.
I'm offended. I like to think of it as watching over.
How can I leave such a promising young man to a negligent teacher who just lets him do it? Oh, oops, it's still her.
How can I leave such a promising young man to a negligent teacher who just lets him do as he pleases?
It must be hard to be expected so much of. In my eyes, Emiya-kun himself is the one who's more level-headed. In fact, it seems he may be spending too much time keeping unruly adults in control.
Fujimura's like a spoiled child around Emion, yeah. Hold on, does it mean me too?
Shiro's curry. This is where the smell is coming from. Oh, oops, that was her. Okay. Long time no see, Junior. You're absolutely correct, but you do realize that this is the kitchen entrance.
Hey, weren't you supposed to be? Ooh, Rei-chan and Otoko?
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, I was going one step ahead to see how Shiro-kun's doing. I'd help him out just a little. I thought I'd help him out just a little. I see. Job well done. Really, everyone is getting called in for reinforcements, but you just stroll in here leisurely. What? Don't say that to her. Don't say that to me. I've been busy all day taking care of paperwork. I came in a hurry just in time for dinner. In a hurry, eh? I heard you're in charge of the students preparing for exams now. Right. Wow, unbelievable. How reckless does a school have to be to let someone like you have anything to do with exams? Well, I guess it's our homeschool we're talking about here. The only thing the advisor has on her mind is what's for dinner. How incredibly rude! And you, Otoko, stop fooling around and get back to your tiny shop already. Isn't it time for your shift?
I think that was actually... Okay, the exchange might have actually been with him instead of her.
Yes, it is time. And talking to you takes all my energy away, so I'll be going soon, even if you don't tell me so. Or tell me to. And don't call me Otoko in front of other people.
I'll see you off to the bottom of the stairs. Unfortunately, the whole flight isn't well lit.
I am greatly in your debt, good sir. See you later, Fujimura. Later. Thanks for the provisions, Neko. They're so annoying. And so loud this late at night, too.
I was requested to judge tomorrow's rehearsal by Mato-kun.
Eh?
I heard you were given a role as well. Will you take it?
Oh, well, I suppose it's not very adult-like of me to dismiss everything the children do. And if you ask me so, Soichiro-sama.
What role is she gonna play? The day turns to October 11th. The second day of the overnight camp keeps rolling on, confusing and hurried as ever.
Momotaro.
Oh wait.
Kintaro. A hodgepodge of old tales turned into one strange play.
I think this might still be Shiro. Written in 2 days flat. Rehearsal already feels like it's been going on for days. Tosaka's tyranny that knows no bounds, and Makidera's explosiveness after that she secured the main role for herself. Two will remain in my memory forever. The 5 Taros have gathered at the beach of Tongo. Boing. Now it's time to attack them, boing.
Oh, she gave him that role on purpose. I'm gonna guess that's Medea.
No, I think it's Rin. That's her silhouette.
Oh, yeah,
there.
Rin.
Yeah.
Boing this, boing that. Shut up already, Tanuki.
But boing. I wish you weren't so inconsiderate, boing.
How's that, Crane? This is revenge. Do you really want to repeat the same mistake? I got it. Humans are creatures that break promises. Rabbit, rabbit, what do you see when you hop? I see the full moon on the right of the 15th, bling. Are you happy swaying like that? Is this reverse sexual harassment? No, it's not swaying. It's hopping, boing.
I was worried what would happen when we were rounded up. When we rounded up all the servants and asked them to take part in a play, but in the end, the rehearsal went smoothly. Fortunately, although my part consisted largely of staying behind the scenes, I was still able to help out.
Momotaro, you once again were not meant to leave the Demon Island. Momotaro, born from a peach, you cannot return to the human world anymore. No one will know or want to know what has become of Momotaro. I am a human. Being born from a peach is a sign of individuality. Admit it! Stop the discrimination! If everyone could discover themselves so easily, then they would not suffer. To not know and wander is to live. Momotaro, you did not die on the Demon Island. I believe you were born there.
He wades through a thick aura of evil, and finally he sees one monster waiting for him on the throne.
So, you've come.
Speaking in a listless voice, he gets up slowly.
You are
Wait.
the narrator.
Wait,
I see. So you've been controlling everything and everyone from behind the scenes. Incorrect. Well, it is as you say, but... I am the Red Devil. The king of this demon island.
Finding it odd that they're translating Oni as devil and demon. And I guess that is valid in a way, but these days you never see that. They usually just leave it as Oni, or maybe change it to Ogre.
You've come at last. I've become tired of waiting, Momotaro.
The red...
The Red
yeah.
Devil. And... well, you're not looking. Gander! Gander! Gah.
Stop. The monkey jumps out in front of the writhing, screaming Momotaro. Devil's shots shatter at his monkey's shield. As it hits Monkey's shield. It was the divine power that the millet dumplings were infused with that protected him from the Red Devil's power.
Weak. Was I really afraid of such a weakling?
The monster, a little irritated, gets down from the throne and walks towards Momotaro.
Kintaro. Understood.
Kitaro rushes straight for the Red Devil. Yet the monster wards off the attack with the ease of swatting a fly.
Midomaru. Kintaro, is it? Your sword poses no threat, but being caught like this is no good. For as long as a demonic pulse beats in this island's heart, my power should not be exhausted. The gander was just the starters. Now, let us begin the monster extermination, you Taros. Will you not settle this with brutality and that knows no bounds? Indeed, who shall come out the monster in the end?
At long last, the curtain drops on the short play. Even with the hurried preparedness, reactions from judges, Kusugi Sensei, Fujine, and Reikon were favorable, and the cultural festival practice ended without incident. And so, as if fatigue were unknown to us, we move on to the final stage of the training camp.
Wow, they approved that play.
Twilight, just before the sunset, different colored soft drinks get passed around. The iron plate donated by Fujine is turned into an okonomiyaki grill.
Why does Saber look so upset?
And with everyone from the archery club and track and field clubs on much better terms with each other than before, the atmosphere is congenial. Even those who are normally somewhat hostile, mainly Archer, Rider, and Caster, were still there. Well, they're still tense and talking strictly about the overnight practices. However, the wind-down party became a scene when Makidera and shopkeeper Nissan, who still hasn't been referred to as Lancer even once, started shooting targets. Ryder came upon a sizable Rito Temple alcohol stash. That's when the student council president finally stood up. Fie, this is it for you all. This is a sacred temple, you drunk troublemakers. His rage reaches its peak. Then please tell the young lady it's okay to be a kid from time to time. From time to time? Don't you mean all the time? Quiet, you stubborn guy. It's sad to be a man who doesn't know when to let go. Better than one who knows no limits.
Then we will head off as well. Have a good night, everybody. I regret to leave Sakura and Ayako behind, but I am not so unrefined a person to disturb classmates' bonding time.
One by one, the participants go their own ways. As I look at the disappearing backs, I realize the party's over. Soon the sun will set. The only thing left is our little after-festival event, the conclusion of this overnight stay. And so the ghost storytelling night at the camp begins. Looking over the gathering, Issei puts on a solemn expression. Well, if you insist, I shall provide this much. With that, he brings some candles. Just the thing to set the atmosphere. Thus, with everyone already shivering as the main round of storytelling begins, each person brings out their most treasured ghost story material. The legend of multiplying corpses at Ryoto Mountain passed on to those at the temple. The young man that goes missing at a certain apartment. A string that reaches up to the moon from Shinto. A woman's ghost haunting a Western-style mansion. And just as the gossip starts to get interesting. By the way, this is where the game began. This was like the very first scene. Sorry, bathroom break. I stand up from my seat with no real intention of going there. I guess I just wanted to take in the night air. It's chilly outside. The night air in the mountains is colder and crisper than of the city. Once exposed to the cool air, my unclear head and ambiguous thoughts become more defined, waking me up. Phew. Looking up at the night sky, I let out a heavy sigh. As bustling as the days are, they're undeniably peaceful. There's no need for those days to change. Factors linking them together are almost all there. Linking a similar tomorrow with yesterday and enjoying the slight change is the proper way of life for a person. That's wrong. My thoughts stop. Oh wait, was that... There's something else. I had another reason for coming here. Found you. I finally arrived at the entrance. As if trying to lure me out, a shadow was running towards the back hills. Ooh. Should we go after her?
I guess we should. We'll be good this time.
I pursue that figure. I pursue it because this time I must meet it. That's right. Less than night, yet unknown to me, happened once again. I enter the temple grounds. The figure is moving to the rear woods as if to escape from me, or maybe to lure me. It's alright, I can catch it. There's less than an hour to go until the day changes. If I can catch it before then, the abnormality behind these 4 days will finally be made clear. I feel the vision expands. Past the tunnel of trees looms a familiar hilltop. The moon tonight is annoyingly beautiful. As if frozen by its shine, the silver-haired girl is waiting for me to arrive. You are... Lightning runs through my brain. My synapses are running wild with deja vu. I knew her. Was it once, or was it many times? On an incalculable number of nights, Miyashiro has died in front of this girl. I take a step forward. Despite all I've been through until now, I feel no hostility or wariness towards her. Completely unarmed, I slowly shorten the distance between us.
Karen.
One final step away, I hear a voice. What?
Karen Hortensia. That is my name.
A cool indifference, like that of a machine. As if just doing her job, businesslike and curt. And yet, this girl's voice, Karen Hortensia, rings through my chest like fine music, caring and sympathetic. My name is...
I already know it, Miyashiro. As Saber's master, you were the winner of the Holy Grail War. I performed an investigation on you before I came here.
You investigated me? My mind fires up once again. My sense of vigilance that has gone dull instantly forces me to keep my distance from the girl. What's going on? This is my first time meeting you, so why have I even been investigating me?
It is precisely because this is our first meeting that I investigated you in advance. Miyashiro, you do not truly understand your own nature. From your tone, it sounds as though you claim to be a harmless human.
She keeps a casual watch over me. Somehow I feel intimidated. She's nonchalantly rude to me, yet I still feel like agreeing and apologizing to her. No, I'm not harmless, but I don't really think I'm harmful either.
You are conscious of yourself, that is good. Had you insisted you were harmless, I would have had to sentence you to hard labor. My impression of you has slightly improved, Miyashiro.
Thanks, I guess. Excuse me, I got a cough. Sorry about that. Completely indifferent all the way through, the girl only states the truth. What a strange power. Somehow, she makes me feel like I'm being scolded. Wait, you're throwing everything out of whack. Harmless or harmful, let's leave that for later. There's something more important right now. There's something I have to ask. Karen's identity. The various oddities hidden in the city. The truth behind this reproduced Holy Grail war of only 4 days. Exactly who are you? Why are you investigating me? No, forget about that. What about the city? Why on earth would you lead that pack of monsters here?
Are you saying that I brought the monsters with me?
What? I won't fall for it even if you try to trick me. I definitely saw... No, it wasn't really me, but I saw you covered the whole town with those monsters many times. Stop playing dumb. It may fool others, but it won't fool me.
Pazienza.
A quiet sound.
Lord, forgive this person's thoughtlessness and rash remarks. While you are at it, quiet this anger of mine that is hard to extinguish.
Just for anyone who doesn't know, when you capitalize you, that's you do that when referring to God. Huh?
Pardon me. I took up more of your time than needed. I had not anticipated that the winner of the Holy Grail War would be such an unperceptive human, so I could not help myself.
I'll answer your question. I'm the person... Oh, wait. No.
I'll answer your question. I am the person sent in order to investigate and to supervise you all. That is you, the Magi that participated in the Holy Grail War. My main purpose is to study the surge of activity exhibited by the Holy Grail that once again appeared in this town.
Investigate. Supervise. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone else who kept saying the same thing? No, more importantly, she's here to study the surge of activity. So you're not an enemy?
If you do not think so, there is no need to treat me as an enemy. While I do pose harm, I am harmless to those who do not perceive me as harmful.
The girl's not lying. No, this, in a sense, courteous girl may mislead, but would not speak an outright lie. I have no proof, but I can guarantee that much. No, but the girl definitely brought those monsters along with her. The fourth night, the moment the moon approached the summit, just like it is now. Now is the promised time. The air changes. The tremors start reshaping the world. The sky is black. In an instant, the familiar hill, becoming a piled up mountain of corpses, a hill on earth. My eyes are fixed on Karen. Just like back then, the girl is is shedding blood and suffering. There's a horde of them. Those eerie monsters were being born here. Piled up corpses are one by one awakening and surrounding us. Hate, 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 hate. Howling becomes a chorus. The atmosphere, the almost audible low sounds are destroying my sanity. It's an awful sensation, like a centipede entering through my ear and rummaging around inside, tearing off my nerves. Karen, right? What are these guys? You're their owner, aren't you? Can't you tell them to stay away?
You're wrong, Emiyashiro. I have nothing to do with them.
Nothing to do with them? Really?
It's true. I can swear to the Lord if you like.
Having seemingly recovered from the mysterious bleeding, she catches her breath and stands back to back with me. Wait, what the heck? If you're injured, just take it easy, I'm telling you.
Right now, I shall prioritize your safety over my wounds. I am unrelated to them. No, they do not have any interest in me. The only one in their eyes, no. The only person they will voluntarily harm is you.
Found you. Tonight, as well, I'll quickly. The monsters close in. The immense hatred is directed at no one but me. Only me? The claws covered in entrails are clearly stating their desire to tear me up. I know. If I'm torn to pieces by those, this time, once again, I will. That's right, you too. The same as those monsters. No, those monsters were born from her body.
You already saw it, didn't you? However, you can be at ease. I shall not be affected while staying here. No, these children will not make me change. The only ones that can alter me are the phenomena known as demons.
She says indifferently. I hear the sound of rustling clothes. Behind me, Karen's red holy cloth of Magdala whirls in the air. Surround, 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 surround. Shut up already. Those grudges that you can't get out of your stupid heads are drowning out the beautiful rustling. Obstacles everywhere. I want to stay calm. I want to talk to this girl. No, it's even more important right now. I want to hate those shadows more. Huh? They won't affect you?
Correct. All the monsters here are dead. You and I can speak normally.
All the monsters are dead, but these guys are still moving.
They are different. They weren't alive to begin with. Look closely, and you will see. These are nothing but forgotten remains. The power they possess as individuals is insignificant.
Remains. They certainly do look like a scrap pile of abandoned machinery. I wonder if someone threw them away here. I won't go so far as to say it's infinite, but the pile is enormously tall. There are probably over 100 million corpses, a chain of death that you'd give up counting the links on. Won't forgive. I disappeared. But I don't care. These bastards have been invading my eardrums as they please for a while now.
Here they come. I shall protect your back. Just survive somehow until the date changes.
There's an avalanche. The mountain of corpses is crumbling. A swarm of monsters, countless as the stars, coming to kill me and only me. Ha, somehow, huh? Sure is easy to say that. There's no time to hesitate. A switch clicks in my brain. My peaceful self withdraws and is replaced with one that knows of nothing but defeating the enemy. Lose it, lose it, lose it. The change in my thought process went astonishingly smooth. It was so simple. A manifestation of pure sadism kicks my solid reasoning to the curb. Trace? I don't hesitate. Frankly, faced with the sea of garbage, I have already lost my sanity, and on. There are models for the weapon I will project scattered among the trash before me. Die, 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 die. A cloud of dust rises up. A swarm of claws is rushing towards us. Beastly daggers are crawling out of every crack, in every direction. Die, die, die. Sparks dance in the muddy moonlight. Die, die, die. Narrowly avoiding the claws coming to gouge both of my eyes out, I end up nearly kissing one corpse in the face as I dispatch him with a dagger. Debris from the crumbling wreckage looms over me. For each one of their brethren that goes down, there's another swarm coming to secure me. Die, 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 die. Ha! I retaliate ferociously. 3 strikes in 1 second, projecting 12 of the weapons at once. I shoot them all towards the monsters. Die. My breathing speeds up. It's a limitless barrage of madness, an endless stream of lethal weapons. The back hills are being carpet bombed with malice. With the enemies rushing at me, both of my mind and body are reaching their limit. But this limit is endless. For this night only, the limits of ability and the limits of physical strength are no longer connected. My strength is left behind, and my ability shoots up with no end in sight. The muscles needed to wield a dagger are long since overstretched and destroyed. Yet my head is crystal clear. Weapons I am projecting must be highly compatible with my own self, but not only am I not running out of magical energy, the speed at which they appear does not go down either. If this keeps up, 30 minutes is nothing. I could fight to the death. Girl behind me, warding off the beast just as well. Like a snake moving of its own volition, the red cloth warns, rebukes, and forces the monsters to retreat. You. It's gentle to the point of making me envious. The fence that accepts the beast while it rejects them. Sadism and masochism, affirmation and denial. The girl is making something incompatible become compatible. Ha. I'll pass, thanks. If I ever get wrapped up in that, I'll just melt from all that warmth. A woman defending my back with all her might. Thanks to her, I'm still alive. Thanks to her, the swarm of corpses around me is getting even smaller. You're in the way. There's no real reason for it. The woman has become irresistibly to me. Kill, kill, kill. The grand chorus repeats again and again. The grand prayer cuts down again and again. Ha! Everything's perfect. Even faced with over 100 million alone, I will not lose. Hate, 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 hate. Ha! Ha ha ha. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up, you bastards. It's the first time I've felt this good in my head. My head feels like it's roasting in fire, but couldn't finish reading that. Into the expansion of this tiny consciousness. More, make endlessly more, make infinitely more. I'm so close to the climax. So don't you dare stop me now. Huh? The mountain of corpses is fading. The impure air is clearing, and the muddy moon is regaining its innocence. The dagger in my hand vanishes, unable to contain magical energy any longer. They're gone? The day just changed without me noticing. By the way, did he make Anchorman use weapons?
Oh, was he?
They looked like it. The day just changed without me noticing. The scorching excitement that was burning down my sense of reason only moments ago is already cooling off. I fell to the ground on my knees. I'm exhausted, and I can't move a single step. Reason, magic, strength. Having abused all three, the outcome is hardly surprising.
Disgusting.
Standing in front of me, Karen has not changed one bit. What is she looking down on me for? I'm too tired to work it out.
But you have passed. At long last, the two of us were able to meet.
I hear a voice from afar. Is it Tosaka? I guess she must have felt the disturbance and came running from the temple. Not interested in meeting Tosaka, apparently. Karen's about to disappear into the forest. Wait, you haven't told...
No, this is it for a meeting. The present you can go on no further than this. However, yet another gap is now filled. We can meet at any time now if you so desire.
The sound of footsteps is getting closer. Tosaka is running along the forest road.
Sweet dreams. Once you wake up, please come to my house alone.
Her silver hair is slipping away in the darkness of the trees. The girl that introduced herself as Karen will never appear before me again. If I'm to meet her again, it will only be once this incident is resolved. It will be our first meeting and the first exchange of names. Tosaka's coming, so it's alright if I just fall asleep like this, isn't it? I'm so tired, I just want to sleep. And of all the many others running alongside me. Looking back, if Miyashiro has done anything of significance at all, it would be on this night. I close my eyes to fall asleep. I got past the night of the fourth day. When I wake up, everything should be back to normal. Only you were saved again. A faint imprint of the cursed voice remains in my eardrums. But even that will be forgotten by the time I wake up. Morning light. The church gates have been opened in the morning. Careful, in order not to disturb the void. Whew. That was an hour and a half cutscene. Actually, yeah, I want to take a look at that CG again. Yeah, that's Anger Mind Use weapon.
I wonder what they're foreshadowing.
Also, we have separate CGs over here for the... Oh. Oh, wait, they actually drew him in? Yeah, since I lost him before, we got this.
Ew.
Let's take a quick look through these. Wait, did I... Where's the... It's not here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I lost to them before and got this one.
I like that one.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Well, and now we're probably getting... Oh, hello? New opening? I hope this doesn't get claimed. The first one did, so I think we're fine, but... Saw a couple of 3-star craft essences in there. Forest. Thus said the druid. Today, the youth who holds the lance in his hand shall have all the glory and praise he desires. Oh wait, okay, I don't know who's narrating, but I think this is about Ku. It might be, Bizette. But, yeah. Until the day comes when this Lord and the Sarah itself disappear into the ocean, not a single human, not a single bird, nor a flower will ever forget him. His name shall be known in 5 lands. There will not be a single woman who does not love him, and there will not be a single man who is not proud of him. Swiftland shall be the honor of the Red Branch. Let the cattle thieves shake at the sound of the chariot horses neighing. Our dearest son of light, his hands will grasp nothing but glory. When the time comes for his life to end, his knees will not fall to the ground. But know this, child of the hazel tree, like the flicker of a star, that glory shall soon burn itself out, together with your feats of arms that know no rival. Faster than anyone, you will sink to oblivion beyond the horizon. I'm going to assume this is Bizette.
Spring 6 years ago, I became acquainted with a strange man. 2 years had passed since I had been recruited into the Mages Association. Ignored and never asked to do anything, I was given a place to be in form only. Like a useless antique. Ancient and well known, handled with great care, yet no one intends to use it. Tucked away deep within the storehouse, I spent my days only to be sooner or later forgotten. Of course, there was no meaning in that existence. I had left my hometown out of fear of simply rotting away. Though young and ignorant, I left because of the vague desire to do what I could. I had no value outside of being an antique. To gain some value was simple. I had to show them how useful I was, what I could do. The things I could do. I took up the one role that many magi hated, the bloody cleanup assignment. Practical magic that works in a real fight. That was a subject I took pride in. Now and in the past, I had a talent unsurpassed by those around me. And so, after handling countless fights, the association had finally recognized my value and granted me a position. The ruling elites, lords of the association, as if to rid themselves of a nuisance, had proclaimed thus:
The inexperienced newcomer, Bizette Fragamagramis, as a special exception, shall be appointed as a sealing designation enforcer.
Sealing designation. It is both a title given to magi with a special talent, and an edict sent down by the association. Some magic cannot be learned by study. The owners of magic that only exists in their blood or genetic makeup and cannot be passed down are treated as treasures by the association, which makes an all-out order to shelter them. Hospitable as it sounds, the order amounts to imprisonment. The magi that receive the sealing designation are treated as precious samples to be passed on for generations to come. The association captures them, and then ensures their talent is preserved in its current state. Simply put, they aren't too different from specimens immersed in formaldehyde. What looks like a well-intentioned order in the association's eyes is equivalent to a death sentence for those receiving it. Most magi reject the edict and flee. The death sentence itself isn't the reason, however. The people receiving the sealing designation are all outstanding magi in the most basic sense. They prioritize their pursuit of magic above all else. Their own mortality holds no meaning for them. For one who is devoting day after day to their research, a sealing designation is unthinkable. Once pickled in formaldehyde, their study of magic will end there and then. For that reason, they leave the association and go on the run. There's no need to ask what for. To slip back into society and to bury themselves into their research, deeply, fully, and to their heart's content. Those that have received the sealing designation and go on the run generally belong to one of the two groups. The first becomes hermits, cutting off all contact, hiding their magic, and only teaching it to blood relatives. Those are the fallen magi. While they have to be found and sheltered before their abilities are lost completely, the danger they pose is near zero. Unless their talents are just too great, the association will not pursue them either. The second category are the shut-ins that retreat to their own land, wizards wholly devoted to mastering their craft. These are unsurpassed magi, aiming for even greater heights. It would take but a few years to take their abilities to another level, surely bringing the association great rewards for their efforts. However, none of the ordinary morals and justice exist for them. Having shed their restraints, their first and foremost goal is a discovery of the unknown. Sacrifice and unrelated bystanders is but one way towards it. It is a problem, but however much of a problem it may be, as long as they manage it well, even the association overlooks it. They are left alone until achievements are made. The pursuit of magic is the Mages Association's own principle after all. But should they prove to be unsuccessful, should they violate the association's greatest postulate, secrets must be concealed. The response will be swift. And preventing occult knowledge from being disseminated isn't the only reason. When it comes to protecting such valuable assets, they'll be content with preserving just the bodies alone. Should news of the matter spread, a power will appear to bring punishment to a wizard in the name of justice. At present, the greatest enemies of the Inquisitors of the Holy Church, are the Inquisitors of the Holy Church. They act to incinerate not only the wizards themselves, but also the knowledge that they have built up along with them. While the desire to stop the violence is the same, their final objective is the direct opposite. Despite a non-aggression pact between the Mages Association and the Holy Church, scuffles minor enough to be left off record continue. No, rather, it is on the assumption that they will be left off record that the killings continue even now. As a result, my job became not only to deal with mad wizards, but also to fight the executors. About 1 year had passed since it became my daily life. While on a mission to enforce a sealing designation, I became acquainted with one such man. An executor of the Holy Church. A priest convicting all kinds of sinners in God's name.
How about we join forces, young lady? Seeing as the two of us are the last one standing, there's nothing to be gained by killing each other.
And as naturally as that, the priest requested cooperation. He had lost all the comrades he brought along, and my team was nearly annihilated as well. The two of us were the only survivors left. We were standing in the garden of Amagas that was using corpses in an attempt to revive the soul. Normally, no matter how desperate the predicament may be, cooperation between the executors and the Mages Association is unthinkable, short of an edict from the Pope himself. The executors are followers of the purest form of faith. To preserve their own beliefs, they would never associate with heretics like us. This one priest, however, was unique. Perhaps he was sympathetic towards the Magi in general. Not a hint of disdain on his face, he approached me like one of his own, with a warm smile. I have no objections towards working together. However, we are not allies. Eventually, this incident will end up in a skirmish. You are not someone I can trust my back to. I had an obligation to recover the Magus named in the sealing designation order. And the priest had no choice but to end the Magus' life. Our cooperation would come to an end, and the priest would become my enemy.
You have no need to worry. My job is to kill that man, that is all. I shall leave everything that happens afterward to you. The handling of his remains does not concern me in the slightest.
Those were his words. He would leave the flesh to me. As long as he was the one to dispose of the soul, that was enough for him. Very well. I shall take you at your word. Just how much weight was placed on behind those words? I believed the priest with an ease that surprised even my own self. This man was dangerous. My own experience was telling me of the less than saintly venom he possessed. Yet I still took his hand despite myself. Thinking back, indeed, this priest was no saint. But among all the people I had met up until this point, he was the only one possessing a power I could respect. I am Bazette, a Magus dispatched by the Mages Association. You are? We proceeded to exchange names in order to secure the temporary trust. 2 days had passed. The Magus that amused himself playing with corpses now dealt with. We had returned to our respective employers. To be honest, I did have a feeling we'd meet again. I was chasing after the Magi that received the sealing designation. The priest, as an executor, was hunting down heretics. With his magic-related knowledge, he was likely deployed on mage hunting missions, rather than the dead apostle or demon-possession ones. The two of us were a great match as competitors. The first time was just a coincidence. The second and third, on the other hand, were probably both unconsciously desired and inevitable. The times we had met without fail were also the times that we were both alone. Although I had decided to act independently from then on to begin with, so he was the only one to lose his comrades. We had fought side by side 3 times, trusting each other. Neither of us reporting it back, all of those remained secret. I had judged him worthy of my trust and took his hand. The trivial secret had just a little charm to it.
By the way, this is the first time dead apostles have been mentioned in Fate.
Yep, it seems like it.
I think she's telling the story of Ku.
And then, the boy went on to welcome himself to adulthood. A lone druid had foretold the future of the one that became a warrior on that day. The future reflected in the shallow waters was an ominous one, and in exchange for the greatest glory ever known, he who became a warrior on that day would meet a death just as untimely. The boys that gathered around were too scared to move, and yet there was one completely indifferent to the divination. With no hesitation, he rushed straight to the king and demanded to be recognized as a warrior right there and then. The king tried to stop him, but the boy would hear nothing until finally he was accepted as a warrior. The rest of the story follows the legend right along. I'm sure you've heard the tale of the Hound of Ulster. It was the night of our 3rd joint battle. Unable to bear the silence of the night, I talked of something entirely unrelated to my job. Somehow, I ended up reciting an old tale of my hometown.
No, I'm not at all familiar with that tale. The name alone rings a bell, but that's it. Now, I do not mind having it for pillow talk, but I do see that the real issue lies elsewhere. Indeed, it is likely that you yourself were vexed by the boy's actions. As you were growing up and even now, you always dreaded its decision, did you not?
The priest looked at me with a melancholic smile. There was nothing I could hide from this man. Mercilessly, he saw right through my heart.
By the way, I just realized you're covering the image here. Let me just hide you for a second there. Yeah, just so people can see it. Okay.
By all rights, I ought to have feared this priest, and yet, having my feelings laid open by him had put me at ease instead. I would not say I dreaded it, but I still could not understand what the boy was thinking. The ones who were able to take arms on that day were promised greatest honor, but they were also fated to lose their lives sooner than anyone. And yet, this one youth, neither frightened nor perplexed, goes to proclaim to the king, "I want to be a warrior right now." Even when the king asked him why, he would not answer, only insisting that he wanted to be a warrior. While it is certainly a way to hasten one's entry into adulthood, this boy had not a trace of hope or anxiety about the divination. Completely indifferent to the prediction, he was satisfied with nothing but the joy of being a warrior, the reasons for his wish long since forgotten. Honestly, I cannot comprehend what was going through his head. Did he think eternal glory was a good enough compensation in the face of that dreadful fate? Or was he so captivated by the promise of glory that he paid no heed to being fated to die young? Or perhaps, which one weighed the most to him, glory or the untimely death? Isn't that what you want to know?
Well then, from what you have told, it would appear to be neither one.
Neither one? Even though he made his decision after hearing the prophecy?
I do not believe any decisions were made. He rushed away right after hearing the divination, never having questioned it, did he not? In that case, the boy knew about the prophecy all along. He must have known he would live that way from the start. I'm sure it is because he had that belief since the day he was born, that he followed the Druid's prophecy.
He believed it since the day he was born. The boy had accepted it as his own duty, never dreading or doubting the Druid's words. That's right. That was the part I had feared, that made me grieve. It was not a noble act of choosing glory while knowing the death it will bring. It was a hero that would not even attempt to change such an unnatural fate that I feared. You have me beat. I have read the legend many times, yet such a thought never occurred to me. There must be some similarity between that boy from the tale and yourself.
How rude. I'm not that thoughtless.
Eh? I couldn't believe my eyes. The priest muttered with a frown, as if I had hurt his feelings. I believe that was the first time I had seen him display human-like emotion.
What, do you have a different opinion?
No. The choice of words was poor on my part. What I meant was in the way of life itself. Just as the boy had a belief he was guided by, you are a person that possesses a belief in your life.
Oh, and what kind of belief would that be?
The kind that makes you not need anyone. You are resolved to live until the very end by your own self. In truth, you do not need my assistance at all. I'm sure you just consider it to be the more efficient way. Once again, a melancholic smile appeared on the priest's face. That affirmation brought a tinge of pain to me, however little. It was only our third mission, but barely 10 days had passed. Yet I had already felt painfully aware of the kind of person that he was. This man would absolutely not associate with a human being. He needed no one, he hated no one. As strong as a human could possibly be, he was an alien that one's common sense would be telling you to stay away from. But it's also precisely why he had no hidden face.
Oops.
Evil described him perfectly in one word. Even now, I still do not know how I got charmed by such a dangerous man. This is what I thought, however. Should I, by some chance, make this man who needs no one somehow attached to me, it would bring me a peace of mind far superior to anything material.
What is it? Lost in thought? Honestly, you certainly have a lot of worries for one woman. You have nothing else to say. Go to sleep. We'll trade places in an hour and a half.
Thus said the priest, throwing more wood into the fire. All of a sudden, Sadly, I am but an average person. I cannot live with a confidence like the one you have. I'm full of pointless doubts. Sometimes just being alive seems painful to me. I let slip a much older, much deeper truth within me. Another piece of wood went into the fire. I'd made a mistake. I was sure he was disappointed now. My ability to handle a machine-like role was the only reason he ever called out to me. Someone like me, who whined about my troubles to total strangers, was unnecessary to him. Heavy silence fell between us. I was too afraid to look at him. And then, as if nothing at all had happened...
Life itself is not painful. You're simply finding it difficult to breathe.
This was told to me in an emotionless, yet sincere voice. Eh?
Overcoming that difficulty is not easy. If you do not understand yourself, there is no other way to learn of the world and measure yourself against it. Bizet fraga McRemits. If you feel you are unnecessary to this world, to forgive yourself, you must first explore many more worlds.
Cross the oceans, fly the skies. Throw away your tiny self, your tiny country, and go around the globe with a single suitcase, is what he was saying. Like the age of discovery. Like a seaman that believes in a yet unknown paradise beyond the sea.
I think that's what Aoko ended up doing. Like, she's always walking around with a suitcase in Melty Blood.
Have you taken a journey yourself? My reply came naturally. Because I had a belief, as he would say. I believe that there must have been a time when, just the same as me, he found it hard to breathe.
No, my journey is still in progress. I was quite desperate in my early years. Then a major incident happened. That was a few years prior. Since then, I lost the need to forgive myself.
A major incident? It did not seem to be related to hunting magi. This priest had experienced a great war that was unknown to me. So, what was it that you wanted to forgive?
The evil nature I was born with. I am very much incapable of loving anything. Ordinary morals are entirely absent within me. I was unable to cope with that apparent mistake.
The priest wasn't speaking about the past. This man remained unable to love even to that day. Was it all right to leave that unresolved?
Yes, even lacking ordinary affection, I can still appreciate beauty. The standards may differ from yours, but there's no denying the fact that something known as affection still exists within me. Complete absurdity, if I may say so myself. My young self failed to notice even that.
No hesitation in that priest's voice. He may have lamented the past, but he considered it done and over with. Then you have no doubts left now?
That is right. It is not forgiveness that I seek, but rather the reason for existence of a human like myself. As long as I still have a life to call my own. I intend to use all of the time I have left to find the answer.
Knowing that there is likely no person on Earth who can give it to you?
Indeed, a being capable of answering that is yet to be born. I do wish the opportunity would present itself, however.
His expression was warm and gentle. The priest was gazing at the bright flames like a father admiring his own child. I sure am surprised to think that even you had something to worry about. I may have a little more confidence in myself now. Touched by the warmth of his smile, I couldn't help but smile myself.
Splendid. As your senior, I'm happy to have been of help.
He closed his eyes with satisfaction. That was it for pointless talk. Returning to our respective roles, we prepared for tomorrow's battle. Well, I shall go ahead and catch some sleep. Please wake me up when the time comes.
Understood. Being enemy territory, it's best not to dream too much.
I closed my eyes. Perhaps due to my fatigue, my sleep was unexpectedly deep. I dreamed of my hometown. A dream of getting aboard a ship in a grayed out abandoned port and leaving for a foreign land. That was my last conversation with the priest. From then on, we stopped running into each other. But there will be another chance. We match each other well as competitors. For as long as he remains alive, and I continue my sealing designation job. One day surely our conversation will continue.
Chapter 6. Anger Mind You.
The fact that she fell for him, though.
Yeah.
What taste?
Okay. Ooh, we got options here. You go to school, or Mr. and the Bridge, or Karen at the church.
I'm curious about the big bridge.
Yeah, right. Huh? In the middle of the bridge, something strange catches my eye. Stopping in my tracks, I observe for a bit. I still have absolutely no idea what this person's doing or even planning to do. Just what are you trying to do? Thankfully, there's no one else around. Feeling the need to question this suspicious character, I start climbing the tree. Climbing up the steel frame to get closer. Everything's quiet on the upper deck. There's no street closures or anything, yet there isn't a single car to be seen.
What?
There stands this suspicious-looking man. Hey, what are you doing in a place like this? That goes for you as well. Mind telling me what you're up to, wandering around aimlessly like you are? Not that this is any different from usual, but I'm impressed once again. We get along so poorly that it almost ends up being a relief instead. I'm acting well within the bounds of common sense. The sidewalk is down there, you know. What are you doing here? They say that only fools and smoke like heights, so it's not as if you like... Oh, wait. Ah, my bad. He does seem like the type. Can you actually tell the voice apart from when I do Archer versus Emiya? Like, I don't know if I'm differentiating them enough.
Yeah, Archer's more cold.
Yeah. Say, you don't just like being up high for the hell of it, do you? I'm alright with heights about as much as an average guy, but not to the point where I go looking for them every day. Regular humans would be plain terrified at this height, wouldn't they? I've actually lost track of who's talking, by the way. There's something wrong with being a living creature that feels no fear on the spot where one false step would leave you plummeting to your death. No, we're not going to mention any names. So do you? It's not exactly someone else's problem, so I'd like to be clear on that. It's just something born out of necessity. But basically, My basic interests won't change, no matter how many months or years pass. My employer is the one to blame. Well, how should I put it? From the standard point of a magus, you should view someone's preference for heights as a strength, at least, and leave it at that. Humph. Looking like neither one of us can stand further conversation, we both grow silent. I can't help but feel a certain kind of sympathy established between between us by those last words. Well then, let us pretend this conversation never happened, for our mutual benefit, for once. Oh, good idea. Here's some advice. If you do end up taking a trip abroad, try to avoid doing any sightseeing with you-know-who. Bridges are bad luck for you, even more than towers. Stay away from the kind that might have songs written about them in particular, if you value your life. I'm grateful for the valuable warning, but can't that fate be changed?
What happened to that bridge then? I'm pretty sure he's talking about London Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, it fell down. Well, depending on your effort, you should at least be able to postpone it. It seems like one cannot change their own fate by their powers alone. Bringing about decisive change requires the help of others, is what he seems to be saying. The problem is the only other who seems likely to have any involvement with Emiyashiro's actions on that reportedly unlucky bridge is the very same devil who would push him off. What kind of warning is that? More like a death sentence. Don't go planning my funeral just yet. Oh, what's this? You're capable of preparing yourself you're preparing yourself at least, aren't you? Thames River is pretty harsh in winter, you know. It'd be to your benefit if you train yourself into a really good swimmer. This is gonna just the talk of London Bridge and Thames River is gonna have a weird connection to Witch and the Holy Night when we get there. Look at him with that jolly smile on his face. Don't talk about this like it's someone else's problem, you. Geez, forget about that. I want to talk so far into the future. What I want to hear about is the bridge. I'd like to hear what possessed you to encamp yourself on such a high up place. Are you planning on continuing the Holy Grail War after all? It's an event that has already come to pass. As a result of a confrontation that had nothing to do with either of us, Emiyashiro, unable to cross the bridge, changed into able to cross instead. No longer can Emiyashiro be stopped from crossing the bridge at night. However, Archer remains. Does he plan to stay here, doing this over and over again until the Holy Grail War continues? Continuing the Holy Grail War, huh? Well, I can't deny that I have a certain fondness for those battles with Saber. But my objective has changed a little. Actually, rather than having changed my mind, I should say I've seen what I have to do. Are you talking about fighting with the guys trying to continue the Holy Grail War? I've had my sights fixed on only that enemy from the start. Observing the town below from the roof of the building was just a part of that plan. I don't even know how many of those familiars invading Shinto I've shot down by now. Familiars? You mean those dog-like beasts? The very same. This will sound pretty strange, but I have the feeling that the same few days have been repeating themselves. I came to realize it was pointless. When was it again? Yesterday? Or else just now? The reason that Archer realizes it was meaningless is something he himself doesn't seem to be aware of. Just as there's no connection between myself from the last time and self here now, Archer's previous and current actions are similarly unconnected. I see. Either way, it looks like you gave up on the rooftop sniping. Did you shoot down so many of them that you just got tired of it? Tired of it, eh? It certainly does seem like I've been doing the same thing over and over. However, even if this day is truly completely unchanged from yesterday, I never thought it was meaningless enough to make me tired of doing this. If all that mattered was whether I was tired of it or not, I could have kept doing kept on doing the same thing for decades. Even if it went completely unchanged, without a single thing out of the ordinary even ever happening. Naturally, reality isn't like some book you can read so much that you get sick of it. Even if you're repeating the same thing, it's not like it counts for nothing. If someone who got fed up with the repetition were to exist, it'd only be after going through the same Holy Grail War hundreds of millions, or hell, trillions of times. Only then you'd start to feel that way. Going through it trillions of times, huh? But Archer, after really going through that repetition hundreds of millions of times, is most likely tired of sniping. It's the same with me. According to Tosaka, this is less a loop than a restart. But I have no way of knowing just what number I am in the long series of Emyashiros who's failed. Well, whatever. If you claim you've quit sniping, then I'd like to know what you're up to since still hanging around here. Gonna demolish the bridge this time or something? Well, frankly, I'm still not convinced. He glares in the distance. Those Hawkeyes can see an enemy 1,000 miles away. Or looking out at Miyama, towards the mountain beyond the Ryudo Temple. Call it concern. Even if it were true, I have no obligation keeping me here. But for now, I think I'll hold on to the advantageous position up here, just in case something should happen. Holding on to the advantageous position? Sheesh, you're just itching for a fight, aren't you? You're not the one I'm anxious about. It's those familiars swarming over Shinto. Judging from what you said earlier, you've seen them too, right? Seeing them is the least of it. They've been killed by those bastards who knows how many times. An unidentifiable swarm of beasts. When the fourth day turns to night, they spread over Fuyuki City like a black stain until they blot it out entirely. Seems like Archer also treats them as an enemy. I see, so you were sniping up there with the intention of bringing them down. Yeah, but I gave up on that. I couldn't defeat them. No, there's no need to defeat them to begin with. They're harmless. They disappear on their own if you leave them alone. Huh? There's no need to defeat them to begin with? What the hell are you saying? The way they rampage through the city at night, who knows how many people they may kill? What the hell are you saying? Did they really cause that kind of an uproar? Do you really think the others would keep quiet about it? I don't know where you got that idea, but there shouldn't be so much as a single victim so far. This time for sure, I'm utterly surprised. There were no humans killed by the monsters? No, that is correct. The Magus and her servant don't exist in this town. In the same way, people killed by the monsters didn't exist here in the first place. Come to think of it, that's true, but at the same time, you can't exactly call them harmless. They don't kill anyone, they just wander, nothing more. Well, they do seem to have a purpose. Those monsters seem to have materialized in this city looking for something. That's the conclusion the servant who has sniped many thousands of monsters came to. Now then, there seems to be an obstacle in my path, but I've got a pretty good grasp of the situation. As far as getting in position goes, the top of that arch should do. Finished with the inspection, Archer leaves the overpass. Don't loiter around here too long. You're the one at the core of this Holy Grail War. The play will never end without the main actor on stage. Shifting into spirit form, Archer disappears without bothering to get down to the footbridge. I stand on the empty road, a stage devoid of the actors. The monsters have a purpose. Those words refuse to leave my head. Wallpaper added. Whew. Okay, we got coup at the harbor, Saber at the shopping district, or Saber at home.
Let's go shopping.
Alright. I walk along the street, pushing bike number 2, the boring front basket-equipped Mamachari alongside me. Ryder made off with number one, which incidentally is not supposed to be used by anyone other than me when I wasn't looking. Now then, the shopping is about done. Ah, right. We need to restock the tea cakes, don't we? With Fujine devouring our entire stockpile of sweets and Ryder stealing my bike. Well, leaving that aside, even my body's feeling dull and heavy today. Bad news just keeps on coming. Fujine said she'd get more sweets, but I don't know when she plans to do that. Alright. Double check the contents of my wallet. Today, I was wise enough to shop during a time sale, so there's still a bit of cash left. I guess I can head over to Edomaya for this one. And sure enough, Edomaya is... Huh?
It isn't true.
Saber, calm down and swallow what you're chewing first. Now this is rare. Saber, who naturally attracts attention, seldom goes out to eat sweets.
Munch, munch, munch. Shiro, are you shopping for dinner?
Yep. Unusual seeing you here, all by yourself in the shopping district. When Saber goes shopping, I give her the wallet, but I'm pretty sure that was not the case today. Where'd she get the cash?
About this.
For now, I have to do some shopping and I have some shopping to do at Edomaya. Finish eating that while it's still warm. I get some obanyaki at the counter, one for everyone at the household.
Excuse me for eating it first, all by myself.
Well, that one's yours, I guess. So, I haven't given you the wallet. How'd you end up paying for it?
Tiger gave me money.
Fujine did? She sure must have a lot of spending money. Wasn't the last payday quite a long time ago?
Yes, when I met Taiga at the house, she was in an unusually good mood. And so she said, here, go and have an afternoon snack.
And so that's how it was?
Shiro, you're looking a bit pale. Is something wrong?
No, never mind. Right, Fujine. In other words, here's what probably transpired. First, Fujine discovers a secret rainy day stash of snacks, sending upon it like a hungry wolf on a flock of sheep. Then her spirits improve significantly due to her full stomach. She decides to give Saber some spending cash to spread the love. Finally, Saber would be completely baffled when me and Sakura try to wring it from Fujine. Noticing the worried look I'm getting from my side, I wave my hand to dismiss her concerns.
What about Taiga?
Oh, nothing. It's just Fujine being her usual self. Still, now that I think about it, she's never given me any pocket money. I think back to those times. Metal Man was stubbornly attached to me as a kid, and Fujine got attached to the two of us. We played together, or rather, she played with me the same way she would with a toy, but I never got any spending money out of it.
Is that so?
Fujine's been perpetually broke since back in the day. It hasn't really changed even after she started to work. Ing? Saber suddenly freezes. I turn to see what she's looking at. Soon it'll be Chinese steamed bun season. The escaping steam and the aroma of the meat-filled buns makes me think, it's really that time, isn't it? Saber reaches into her pocket. I can hear the coins clinking around.
Just a little short. No, let us be satisfied with just obanyaki today. I shall look forward to these steamed buns another day. Instant impulse gratification weakness. The body, weakens the body,
I can hear her muttering. There's no need to get anxious about it. She could just ask me. You got seen buns on your mind, Saber?
No, that is not that at all. If I snack anymore, it will ruin my appetite at dinner time.
It's okay. If you can't eat anymore, I'll take half. I've got a bit of cash left over, so don't worry about it. I won't complain just because of 1 or 2 buns. I have Saber hold the bike while I get in line.
So this is a meat-filled steam bun, Shiro.
Saber's holding the bun, blowing off the steam. I'll have to thank Fujine. I wouldn't have gone to see Saber like this if Fujine wasn't so capricious.
The meat flavor locked into the steamed dough. Mmm.
Stuffing your cheeks with food, Saber nods with satisfaction. Can't make this at home after all. You need some kind of steamer for that, and a knack for kneading that kind of dough. Well, let's head back, Saber.
How should I put this?
Saber fidgets while standing there. She's still looking at the steamer.
I noticed that bean-filled steam bun over there. I wonder, how does it taste?
Okay, if you want to try it, I'll go with you. And while it can still withstand 2 or 3 steamed buns, is what I'd like to believe, but with all the original pizza curry, and special shark fin varieties, Saber starts getting carried away. I'll have to reconsider.
It's great that the two of you are here.
Ryder? Ryder suddenly appears, turning around on the Emiya residence bike number 1. She manages to drift, locking up the brakes. She did hijack the bike, but seeing how much she's getting out of it, might have lost the motivation to complain.
Munch. What is it, Ryder?
Oh, Saber, near your mouth. Ryder has been staring at it. It's definitely not majestic.
You ate some meat-filled steam buns, right? There's still a bit on your face. No, leaving that aside, why did you suddenly stop us?
Having been caught in an embarrassing situation, Saber's response is to pick a fight. This might be bad. Ryder's coming over in response to the challenge.
You disturb the shopping district's peace, recklessly riding around and doing as you please. I'm shocked by your selfishness. It appears that the rider class has degraded to the level of a noisy, wild bronco. Oh, hearing it from Saber herself upsets me greatly. But I do wonder if you will repeat it once you see this.
Saying that, Ryder takes something out of her bag.
What? Huh.
Obanyaki from Verde's underground food court.
Ryder, what is that? Can you not tell just by looking? Your favorite obanyaki, and the ones with the whole red bean filling with that, at that. Not to mention the custard, cheese, and chocolate ones, none of which are included in Edomaya's repertoire. Huh.
Saber looks troubled. She has to choose between submitting to General Ryder and receiving obanyaki, or sticking to her original decision and remaining content with just bean paste-filled buns.
You should go for the obanyaki. If it's the one that Sakura ate during their date home, that one just lasted forever.
Yeah.
If you would be so kind as to share some, I will gladly... What are your conditions, Ryder?
Saber folds quickly, feeling no shame at as the King of Knights, her decision is swift. Yoba and Yaki is handed over. So what is Ryder going to make Saber do as payment?
No conditions. What? Oh, hush? Saber, you do not need to stuff them in your mouth like that. They will not run away.
She starts eating them immediately. Maybe she's really wanted to try the chocolate and custard flavors. Saber, even though we live under the same roof, Oh, wait, no. It's Ryder.
Saber, even though we live under the same roof, we constantly pick fights the moment we see each other. I do not think that is a good thing. Thus, I thought I would make this peace offering instead of a simple greeting. Agreed.
Saber tells Ryder with her nod. How do I put it? It's kind of thing you'd expect from a mature older sister.
Huh.
On the other hand, Saber seems ashamed of herself. She's already surrendered to the Obanyaki's flavor. I mean, having been shown the true meaning of tolerance, she's reflecting on her actions.
Shiro, are you laughing at me?
Huh?
I have been lacking in prudence. Ryder has only wished for a peaceful everyday life, but up to now I have been so foolish for so long. If you do not eat quickly, they will get cold, Saber. Alright. Munch, munch, munch.
Ryder's completely filling Saber up. Today's a very unusual day. And now Ryder turns to face me with a smile.
Ah, yes. There is something I would like you to have, Shiro.
I'm not particularly hungry or anything. Ryder's randomly sensitive and lavish today. Maybe. Did you get spending money from Fujine too?
No, I paid for this myself. I want to express my gratitude for all you have done, and the trouble you go through for our sakes, so by all means... Here, Shiro.
Thank you.
I thought you could use this today.
Turning over the label on the small bottle that she gave me. Reinforced garlic Yohimbine Maka DX. What kind of word association game is this?
You seem to be particularly tired today, so I would humbly ask that, no, I absolutely insist that you drink this.
The poisonous looking label makes my cheek twitch. More than an energy drink, this looks like a tonic. So given that this Ryder we're talking about, can I hope she didn't come for anything like a Mamushi or an Erebus snake?
I do realize it may smell rather unusual and be difficult to drink it the first time.
Ryder?
Perhaps beer yeast would have been better, I suppose?
We're not talking about that. I beckon Ryder to come over. Hey, what's going on today?
Oh, nothing. I just gave some thought to various matters.
I see. I kind of thought either Fujine or Sakura might have told you to go and make friends with Saber.
Well, not really.
I'm understanding less and less. First Saber, then me. So did you buy something for Sakura too?
Yes, Sakura is the most essential one after all.
Essential, not just important or valuable? Are you hiding something from Sakura?
What could I possibly be hiding?
This is highly suspicious. Something is clearly going on here.
That is, Shiro, I... Stealing food? Senpai! You two don't have to get so angry about it.
Fujine, is this what you say after you wolf down everything? Reflect on what you did, now.
That's right, if you wanted a snack, you could have just asked. Please reflect on what you did. Aw, but having to worry about manners is Shiro's house sucks. I wanted to eat by myself, and Shiro's things are my things. Grumble, grumble. That's why I've been saying you mustn't steal. How many times have to say that before you understand? Eek, Sakura-chan is scary.
Ah, that was that limited cake special at La Fleur that Sakura had been looking forward to for a whole month. If you had just kept your hands off that I have...
Senpai, you are too easy on her. As a caretaker of the house, please keep your personal feelings separate from your duties.
That's right, I'll be serious, Fujine. Reflect on what you did. Sakura's really scary.
How many times do I need to tell you not to steal food before you understand?
Oh, okay. Whew. They didn't show anything.
Oh. Stealing food.
Yeah.
Fufufu? Ryder? You were stealing Senpai's blood, weren't you?
I remember in the last game, they never actually confirmed that that was Ryder. It was just implied from the eyes. But yeah, I guess this is where we find that out for sure.
Oh? You think I won't know if you stay silent? I might even look Fujimura-sensei stealing snacks, but you stealing drinks off Senpai's blood.
Hold on, I just want to check something.
Sakura, it was more than blood.
If I do this, or I don't know.
I'll have to punish you, won't I, Ryder?
I think this translation might be based on the patched version that changes it to sucking blood instead of sex.
I told you to, I'm reflecting on it. Sakura-chan, Shiro.
See, she says she regrets it, Sakura.
I did not mean to eat it all, but something just came over me and now I regret it. Sounds like the insincere apology of a juvenile offender, but it also sounds like Fujimura-sensei, Understood. I, the woman known as Fujimura, beg everyone's pardon for causing trouble, and humbly request that I be given an opportunity to provide a proper apology. A lowlife that knows no gratitude for lodging and meals she's been provided. I cannot face grandfather like this.
Apology, huh? Just stop bringing persimmons already. We're rapidly running out of room to store them.
Senpai?
What? Well, yeah.
We're all generous people here. We will forgive you if you give a heartfelt apology. Aw, Sakura-chan is such a good girl. Can we switch her with that hateful loli?
No way.
I see. Apology, is it? Everyone will forgive you if you just apologize, right? Who knows? I am not hiding anything.
Well, if you say so. Ryder looks to be lost deep in thought. Just what happened exactly? In any case, I'll take your offer and drink this.
Yes, please take it for when you are feeling anemic or just low in energy. Still, I have to give Sakura what I bought for her. I will be heading home first. Do excuse me.
Nimbly jumping on number one, Ryder.
He all are whole.
Swallow before you speak. Ah, there she goes with number one again.
Gulp. Is something the matter? Just what is she? It is amazing how the light taste of this custard obanyaki just fills your mouth with sweetness.
Saber is still caught up in the aftertaste of Romanyaki. Oh well. I doubt anything good will come out of my clumsy attempts to uncover the truth. Well, then I'm done with shopping, so shall we go home?
Please wait, Shiro.
No sooner than I raise my heel, she stops me. What's up, Saber?
I still have not had the bean filled, but
Ryder, didn't she leave?
how callous, Saber. If you wanted bean-filled buns, you should have just asked me.
Ryder speaks with a big smile on her face. She caught Saber totally off guard this time. If Saber had a tail, she'd be wagging it vigorously about now.
Really? Yes. We are good friends, are we not, Saber? Up to now, I thought of you as someone with complete lack of consideration for others. I am ashamed of myself. I gladly accept your offer.
She's totally feeding her, isn't she?
Then, while it is still warm, I shall join in. Of course, of course. Munch, 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 munch.
They really look like close sisters now. They stopped quarreling, if only for today. It'd make my life a whole lot easier if they were just stay like this.
Would you like some as well, Shiro?
I'd rather make sure Saber is satisfied. Oh, it needs not be said that, but you can't leave any leftovers come dinner time.
Of course, Shiro. Everyone has a separate stomach for the main meal.
Our eyes meet unintentionally. I'm pretty sure that's not how that saying goes, right? Alright, guess we'll call it a day then. Oh, we've completely cleared out this time of day on the second day, huh?
Cool.
For now, anyway. Something else might pop up later. Alright. Oh, what's he doing? The sky is clear. The autumn mood is covered up by the intense sunlight. The soft ocean breeze gently caresses my face. Only the screeching of seagulls breaks the peaceful silence on the docks. Without argument, this is a perfect location. as if this harbor was a symbol of the peaceful city of Fuyuki. However, what's going on back there? Is it Gil? It's Gil.
Oh, he's showing off then.
Yeah.
He's not a kid anymore, though?
Yeah, apparently not. He's got a bunch of other kids with him, though.
You got him all the good stuff.
Yeah. Right now, this is bustling like both New Year's and Lantern Festival put together. Wait, there's more? Not to mention... Who? No, what more? The silhouette waving a high-grade rod like a big catch banner is without a trace of doubt. Whoa, amazing, Gil. That a fish? That's a fish. Whoa, fishy. Give me one.
Yo, Gil, rod number 3 is shaking. Can I pull it up?
Ah, that guy over there, his rod is so cheap. Gil's golden rods look so cool. Bit silly, maybe.
Gil, where's this week's Jump manga?
Amazing, you caught so many, Gil. Gil, can I throw that fish at that guy back there? Quiet, you mongrels. You're bothering the losers around you. It's fine, Jiro. Not just one fish. You may take 10 or 20. Mimi, there's nothing to be afraid of. I won't be angry, so go ahead and pull it. Oops. Imahisa, I won't get upset from hearing the obvious, but I like your taste. You may go buy some popsicles with this. Kanta, wait until I finish reading my Jump manga first. Kota, that is a mad dog. Be careful when you hit him. Who? I guess that's the children's hero? Wait, who is this? Okay, yeah, but what a letdown. I heard there was someone here who called himself the best. And what do I see instead? Some guard dog and a faker. Nothing to compare it to a king like myself. The hero laughs happily. From time to time, the kids pull on his cheek or hair. Relying on numbers to win it like always. And then you go ahead and shamelessly spend big bucks on the latest equipment. Wait, what a disappointment, relying on tools. How lousy of you, King of Heroes. Sorry to my children, the red man defiantly pulls in another fish. Wait, you're one to talk. Oh, but you're using the special order... I guess that's like a brand name rod. Well, yeah, I have no idea what that would be. Super auto motion reel yourself, are you not? Interesting, but even though your reel is better, my rod is still the best of the best. Let's compete to see whose equipment is superior, you lowlife. That's a legendary Gamak Beep Suit Thunder 2006. The rod's production was cancelled during the test phase. How did a bastard like you...
Oh, that's my dad's. Gil said that if I can steal it, we'll play together.
Yay!
Yay.
Laughs the kids. And then there's the blue guy who still hasn't said anything. Bastard, I can't believe those innocent children are being used by you, and you call yourself a heroic spirit. Fine, winner keeps the rod, how about it? As you wish. Even though I don't want your bootleg rod, I'll be keeping that reel if I win. Awesome, Gilbert is a pro fisher guy. You don't see this stuff every day. I'm gonna call my dad over.
Lose, go get him. Good luck, red guy.
I'm telling you, there no filefish or yellowtail. Catch flatfish. But don't catch octopuses like the guy behind you. Oh wait, that's one of the kids saying that.
Yeah. Hey, Gil, that's great, but hurry, read the jump.
The harbor tranquility is now nowhere to be found. The king of heroes, popular beyond all expectations, and the red guy, also somehow liked by the kids. And...
Oni-chan, are you catching any?
Please, give me back my paradise. Lancer Nissan, hanging his head like it's the end of the world. Let's go back. This is no longer a place for the ordinary folk. I leave the harbor behind. Looking out the sky's brightness hurts my eyes a little. Alas, at least Lancer's lost paradise shall stay forever in my memories. Wasn't expecting Gil to be popular with the kids, not in his adult form anyway.
But wow, he just bought them a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's just bullying Ku.
We got Ryder at home, Rin at the harbor, or Ryder at the temple.
I guess back to the harbor. Hey, Rin, how you doing? Let's go bully Ku some more.
Tosaka? After a walk by the harbor, I see Tosaka. Tosaka's on a wharf. That's an unusual sight. Hey, Tosaka, waiting for someone?
Provided your luck is excellent, the person you're waiting for must come sooner or later.
What?
Nothing, never mind. Good afternoon, Emiya-kun. What made you think I was waiting for someone?
Tosaka muttered something that sounded like a fortune reading for a second there. Well, it's you and at the harbor, right? So I thought you must be waiting on some luggage or some visitor or something.
This isn't a regional port. You won't see regular tourists here.
That's true, but still. This is where Kirisugu used to leave from his trips abroad.
No way. What was your father thinking? I see. Your father. Yeah, going to an international airport would be just asking to get caught, so he basically smuggled himself to get around.
This conversation suddenly took a dangerous turn. I always thought he just liked boats.
No, Amagas never does things without a reason. Even if it looks meaningless, there's a reason. Yeah, now that I think of it, I could use this port too.
Tosaka nods as if she's just discovered something very interesting. I'm going to end up seeing someone off on this port again, aren't I?
Right, airfare is too expensive nowadays.
Huh?
Airfare, understand? A round trip to London is really expensive, and even reserving a discount flight isn't enough. If I could, I'd get a low-season touring package and then just disappear from the group at the right time.
Hearing Tosaka's disturbing travel plans leaves me speechless. I can totally see her trying it too. Her penny-pinching obsession is frightening. You shouldn't be causing trouble for people like that. The tour guide will surely cry.
Yeah, I know. I get mileage points for flying that far anyway. I was just seeing how far I could take that idea. That's all.
Troubled, she stops just short of calling it a really awesome idea.
But still, I wonder if it'd be cheaper to go on a boat from here, for instance.
Tosaka, using a passenger boat is usually much more expensive than an airplane. Seeing as it does take way more time. Furthermore, traveling by a passenger boat is a luxury nowadays.
Is that so?
Besides, the old man's used fishing boats or freight. The old man used fishing boats or freighters.
That's a great idea. If you worked on a fishing boat to London, Shiro, that'd kill two birds with one stone.
Wait a minute, that won't work. I'd like you to stop talking about volunteering me for long-term employment on a fishing boat as if you're doing me a service. I'd also like you to stop looking so serious about it.
No way! Here I was thinking what a great idea it was.
I'm the one who should be shocked. And anyways, if we do that, it'll take no less than half a year to get this destination, would it not?
My mistake. Then we can try stowing away aboard a freighter.
I'm begging you, stop with the smuggling. If we go somewhere together, I want to go normally. I can save up cash from my part-time job for my own plane ticket at least. It's her.
I'll
Misaki?
withdraw my previous comments. I'll pay for all the travel expenses. I'm the one taking you along with me after all. I'd be a pathetic teacher if I couldn't do at least this much.
Where did that come from? Huh, looks like I tugged at her heartstrings.
I was thoughtless. Let's leave the inquiries into extreme measures like that for emergencies, even though it'll be more expensive.
Yes, please. Rather than stowed aboard a fishing boat or a freighter, I'd like a normal or, if possible, extravagant trip. Albeit if we go to London, we'd probably have no choice but to be crammed to economy class. First class, let alone business class, is just a dream at this point.
Yeah, if only we could just stay, win a lottery, and splurge a bit.
Saying that, Tosaka makes some excellent, excited gestures.
It wouldn't be bad for just the two of us to go cruising, would it?
That's a luxury. Might be setting sights a bit high, huh?
Maybe. Until then, we'll just have to tighten our belts and live frugally. On a seat with my leg falling asleep, someday we'll play under the Caribbean sun. Thinking like that all the time.
It's a dream. Extravagant cruise with sailing on a yacht and a resort. Honestly, it's so luxurious I have trouble imagining it.
We have to work hard towards that goal, starting from today, Emiya-kun.
Understood. I'll work hard so I can go with you on a holiday vacation.
Well, it looks like I'll be the one taking you, though. It'll be a difficult challenge, but the efforts come results. Huh?
While we talk about our dream, the sea breeze started blowing at our backs.
The wind is picking up. I just wandered here, but what about you? Did you come to fish?
No, I didn't come here for a reason either. Want to head back to Shinto?
Is that so? I almost forgot. I have some shopping to do. Come with me for a bit, Emiya-kun.
Come with her, meaning carry her bags all the way from Shinto, huh? Just that much is easy. Got it. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth.
I don't see the hype of cruises, honestly.
I went on one when I was a kid. It was fun.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Was there like a lot of seasick people, if you remember?
I think my mom and one of my sisters got seasick, but...
'Cause, yeah, going on a vacation and then feeling terrible afterwards, like, oof. Like, a lot of cruises come here, and the people, once they get off the ship, they start throwing up.
Oh.
Because it's different. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's... Some people get seasick, some don't. It depends. I think we'll probably go back out and check the special stuff for now, because you gotta go soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Title. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff to do on the cruise ship. You know, it's basically a a big floating hotel, really.
Is there internet?
I think there was. I mean, this is, like I only have vague memories of it. This was like 15 years ago or something, maybe more. Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff to do there. You know, they had a pool and there was like a rec room for kids and.
Oh, it's so funny going into like a man-made water in the middle of an ocean.
Yeah, I think it actually was like a saltwater pool too, because.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's legit.
Wait, where's? Wait. I have a wallpaper right. Yeah. Ooh,
Medea's pose.
Yeah. I think that was it for new ones. No, no new ones. Interesting.
Rising.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, I guess that'll be it for today then. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will be back on tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, guess we'll see you then.